Hey guys, what's up? Rascal Ryan 521 here to bring back another LEGO Star Wars set review. We're going old, we're going retro this time. This is a review requested by a YouTube user named WargAttack, and he was requesting for me to review this set. It's called 7676, the Republic Attack Gunship from 2008. 1,034 pieces, ages 9 to 14. And it retailed for $120, and you can't see any of that information because I'm reading all that off my phone. Because as this is an older set, I do not have the box, I do not have the extra pieces. I might even be missing a couple pieces, like a couple extra weapons and whatnot. But I gathered as much as I could for this review. Yeah, I love this set, and let's show you it right away. So first of all, I'm just going to show you, like I said, I don't have the box, but I do have the instruction manuals. Just get them right here. So here they are. First one. You can that's kind of what the box art look like, so you can kind of get a good idea with that. And then here is manual number 2. And manual number 2 is probably only about like half the feeling them, like how light they are. Manual number 2 is probably only like half the size of the first one. This is a set that I originally got when it came out, but got really mad because it fell apart, like literally about a day after I got done building it. In fact, I don't even think I actually ever completed it. I think I was just putting the finishing touches on, and I think the whole thing collapsed on me. I must have not built it well or whatever, because it's actually really sturdy when I rebuilt it about a year and a half ago. So it is really sturdy now. I don't know, sorry if I complained about it in any of my past videos, but it is a great set. And let's get started with the minifigures. So first off, we're going to start with our clone trooper. So here's our clone trooper, just a standard clone. You can see basic printing on him, plain legs. He's got the regular blaster gun. There's the back printing. Nice helmet mold. And we do get standard clone face, the one I like a lot better than the newer clone faces that we've been getting. And here, if I just gotta move the tripod over a little bit for it. Sorry about that, guys. Now I wanted to get to the other side of the set, 'cause it's gonna be a lot easier to review the figures from this side. Just place them back here. Next, we have our Commander Cody. So here is Commander Cody. Very nice minifigure. One of my favorites of the time it was released, and still one of my favorites. He's got some regular orange markings on some of his torso printing. Got the regular orange arms. It's not like a darker orange, it's just like standard LEGO orange. And then regular legs. And then we do get more clone accessories with him, but I didn't really gather all them together. You know, usually in each of the sets you get a couple of these pistols. A couple of the headgears, the little shoulder things, and then the leg capes. You get a couple extras of those, and you get some like antennas and helmet lights and stuff. You know, if you bought any Star Wars set from 2000, like what, 8 to 9 or something, you probably got a couple of these pieces. Now we take his helmet off. He just has the standard clone head. I think other than Captain Rex, they all had the same head, every clone from that wave. Oh, and really quickly, I forgot to show you. He also does have some orange printing on his helmet, so that is very nice. I just like how they went all out, even though he's like kind of a minor character. You know, they kind of went all out and put a lot of printing on him. Next up is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Cool minifigure. I love this version of him. I think it looks really cool. As you can see, he's got like the Clone Wars white clone armor on him. Especially like on his legs and his breastplate and like his arms. Then there's his head. It looks kind of, like I said, cartoony, because it's from the Clone Wars, like I said earlier. I like that hair. Looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like a Saul from Breaking Bad. Just the way it's like pulled back like that. The way it's all like combed over. Then he does come with a blue lightsaber, of course, and then no back printing, and no double-sided head printing either. Next, we're going to move on to Plo Koon. Here, let me sit down on the stand. Plo Koon, who is a great minifigure. Probably my favorite of the set. He was one of my favorite Jedi for a long time. I even went as him for Halloween one year, back in like 08, 09, I'd say, around the time the Clone Wars was starting. So, his torso is pretty generic, as you can see, but he does have a nice blue lightsaber. But that head mold, let's just get a close-up on that head mold. You can see some of the gray on mine is fading away to its natural color. But he does look very cool. It looks kind of like a bug or something. I think I read somewhere that that's like, that little gray mask is supposed to be like I think it's supposed to be like a breathing mask or something. But at the time I bought the set, Plo Koon was like one of my favorite Jedi. And, or Jedis, I guess you could say. I think there's just Jedi. And I was really happy to have him. So that's a very nice minifigure. And then last but certainly not least, probably the second best of the set in my opinion, we have the notorious Asajj Ventress. The minifigure's not notorious, I mean like the character, 'cause she's evil. Very cool, as you can see. I love the lightsaber handles they did for her. Those look really neat. Cool head printing. I always thought she was such a cool character. And cool torso printing. Some back head printing, but no back printing on the torso. And then she does have this cool little leg cape thing. Whoa. Sorry guys, that was not supposed to happen. Okay, sorry, got her back. I was just trying to show you. I can't really show you it without it falling off the tripod, or without her falling off the stand, I mean, but she just does have regular dark blue pants underneath. Like I said, I tried to show you. I tried to kind of lift up the skirt piece a little bit so you could see, but it wasn't cooperating. So I'm gonna move the tripod. I'd like to do this review just from the tripod because I don't want to do the shaky cam stuff. So like I said, this is a great set. It's one of my favorites. There's gonna be a lot of details to show you, considering it's a $120 set. So let's get started right away. So the front right here, you know what? Screw it. I just realized it's gonna be way too hard to not do off the tripod, so I'm just gonna do it off the tripod for this part. So as you can see, the front over here, can't really turn it much. The front over here, we've got the nice light green, the lime green coloring. We've got some front cannons. If anything is missing on this set, I apologize. Like I said, this fell apart and I just rebuilt it about a year and a half ago. But I try to get everything together. I think everything is in its right place, and I don't think I've lost any pieces. I think they're all here. Then those are a couple compartments. I'll show you those in a minute. We've got the Republic logo on that side, and I believe on this side too. We've got like the dark red cockpit. I'm just giving you an overall look at it. I'll show you all the functions and features in a minute. Got some more compartments and the doors up there. Our back to tank down there. Our wing with our bubble cockpit. Or, yeah, bubble cockpit. It's kind of like I think it's supposed to be one of the turrets, although there's no really gun attached to it. And then our wing, or not our wing up here, that we have our engine, I meant to say, attached. Then our other engine. We've got another bubble, a little cannon up there. And it's supported by those red bricks right there. Probably not going to focus. You can see those red sloped bricks are kind of supporting it. So that's very nice. Okay, so let's show you guys every little feature that we got in this set. So first up, these cockpits obviously lift open, and you can place, if I just take his gun out of his hand with my one hand here, you can place clone cat. I can't really press him in with just one hand, but you can tell it just fits in like so. Nice, comfortable fit. You can also do the same thing with another minifigure, and you know, have them fly away. You're good to go. So that's very cool. Down here, one of my favorite parts. Actually, yeah, you see, as you can see, something I just realized. This sticker down here, is actually there. You know, it's supposed to be there. But there's supposed to be another sticker, I think, different on this side. I believe it's supposed to look like the dancer from Jabba's palace. I think it's like kind of like a little cartoon drawing of her, or something like that. But I do not have the sticker. I must have torn it off the piece using it in a mock, and by the time I rebuilt this set, it was too late to get it back, so I only have the sticker on the one side, so I apologize for that. Most of the other stickers should be here, though. Some of the lights, as you can tell up here, aren't. But as I was saying, this piece just lifts right up. And then you have this little vehicle that pops out. I think it's just supposed to be like a little random transport thing. Got this control panel that flips up. The steering wheel lever in the middle. And then we've got just some seats for 2 minifigs in the middle. And then it just kind of sits on those, and I can just kind of easily glide around. Close it back up. Fit it through that little slot, which this side does also open as well, as you can see. But it just fits comfortably in that little slot right there. And then you lower this down and hides it up. In here, got this thing that lifts up. Also the same on the other side. Well, I think you only have to do it on one side to take it out. And we have a WargAttack, which sits on these two clip pieces right there, these two bar pieces. I don't think I can do this with one. Oh, maybe I can. The pieces are loosened because I've had this set for a while. So it's not as tough to kind of get the hinges to work and whatnot. They're a little looser. But anyway, you can just put a minifigure. You kind of have to, like, in fact, he's actually like in the perfect position to show you. Just kind of fits in there. He can be treated in the WargAttack and then put in there, transported back to Camino or Coruscant or wherever he's going to be healed. I'd actually really like the build on that. I like how they have like the lights and everything, and it's actually just a very, very nice build. And these close back up. The bubble cockpits do open, and I had to put them back for this review. But these tan 2x2s, I just take them off, so that way the minifigures can just sit really easily in there, and they're not, you know, sliding all around while you're like handling the ship, you know, moving it around and such. But yeah, and then there's a little sticker of a view screen, and then it is the exact same on the other side, if I can show you. There you go. We got some compartments up here, which I'll open in a second. First I gotta open the doors. You can see the doors down here just open out like so. Just easily slide out. Then in here we don't have much. We've got some clips for weapons, which I believe there's extra like little just regular standard Star Wars blasters that would clip onto there. But as I said, some of these pieces might be missing. I've been using the blasters for other minifigs and whatnot. Then to let a little bit more light in, I'll open the doors on the other side. I'll go really in-depth with this review because WargAttack, the guy that suggested I do this review, said this is his favorite set of all time, and I personally love this set as well. And then, as you can see, just got some room for some space for minifigs. And then fitting on those little clips is the back of a speeder bike, which you can lower here I gotta close these doors back up again to do it, which you can lower this, and the speeder bike can just come out easily. Then this is a very nice speeder bike. It's kind of like the same one I think that we got in the oh god, what's it called? In the Battle of Endor set, my favorite set of all time, or one of mine at least. And I just realized it's supposed to be a backpack piece on the back here, which is missing, but you get the idea. It's a pretty standard speeder bike, and then it just does just go back in like so. Done. Close it back up. And another thing, which is really cool, I didn't even know this until I rebuilt it, but the doors can easily open up. By using these levers back here, you can open them up at the same time. Like I said, never knew about that until I was rebuilding it. We've got this little sticker piece, this exhaust stuff, but that's just really to cover up some empty holes. We've got a back cannon, just like, you know, to monitor the back of the ship, make sure there's no tails. There's like the back of the engines, and we've got 8 flick fire missiles up here. It's crazy. Come on. There you go. You can kind of see how they're You can kind of see how those work. You guys know what flick missiles are. You know how they work. Or at least if you know the slightest thing about Lego, you know how flick missiles work. And then the doors you just close back up. Oh yeah, and by the way, really quickly, get this on both sides. You do get 2 compartments to put your extra clone gear in. You get 2 on each side, so that's very nice. As I said, you get 2 on the other side, so not even going to bother turning this around. I don't want it to, like I always say with big reviews, I don't want it to break on camera. I also like the use of this flag piece to kind of very smoothly transition from the cockpit down to like just the main part of the build. See like this little flag piece right here. So the cockpit, saw the flick missiles, and then the engines up here are pretty self-explanatory. There's no really function with those. And then up here, one of my actually personally favorite parts, this hatch opens, and you get 2 little probe droids. At least I believe these are probe droids. They kind of look like the ones that Darth Maul was using in the Phantom Menace. Basically, you know, just to like go spy on the Separatists. And it's kind of cool because they kind of like fit on like a little rack here. They kind of just slide right in between the little opening of those pieces. And then that just closes back up again. And then there's just like a overall look of it. It's a very, very nice set, I gotta say. Very happy to own it. And if I just, whoops. If I just put it back on the tripod here, if I can get it to go back on, come on. There we go. Something I have noticed, which if I like back it up, it'll be easier to see. These gray pieces, these are present on both sides. That kind of makes like a good like a rough patch. Wow, my voice cracked there. Kind of makes like a good rough patch, like just like a good area to grab it from. You know, it won't slide off. Like if you were to grab it like from right here or something, it would just slide right off your fingers. But if you grab it from here, it creates like a good like rough surface to grab it from. You can fly it all around. You know, be as crazy as you want with it. There's like the base of it, by the way. You know, you just get crazy, play with it, do what you want, create your own cool battle scenes, your own mocks. Overall, this is a great set. Thank you, WargAttack, for the suggestion. And I also really appreciate all the comments you've been leaving on my channel and all the support you've given me these past couple months. Same goes for all the other regular commenters and all the subscribers. But for now, that's pretty much the end of this review. I've been thinking about doing retro Star Wars set reviews for quite a while now. But now that I got a request to do one, I figured this would probably be a good time to start. So, go back and rewatch my, or at least kind of look at some screenshots of my Lego Room updates videos. I think I have 2 of them posted, and you will be able to see some of my Star Wars sets sitting on display. Any of those older sets you want to see reviews on, comment away, and I will most likely do the review. Unless I've like destroyed some of the minifigures and I can't, or I don't have like the full set built. Unless that's the case, I should be able to really do a review on just about any set. I won't have the box for any of them, though. I mean, maybe if it's like a brand new one that I just got, I will, but I do reviews on all the new sets I get anyway, so there's really no point in asking me to do that. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.